In a galaxy far, far away, we have finally reached Earth. Skeleton Crew is kind of this mixture of Pirates of the Caribbean, The Goonies, and The Giver. We're quickly thrown into this new utopian world called At Aden that has this mythical mystery around it. So join us as we dive deep into Star Wars' newest show, Skeleton Crew. Starting off with what we enjoyed. I don't know what it is about Star Wars, but they seem to always nail their droids. I mean, Chopper, R2D2, C3PO, and now we have CB33. That who's my favorite part of the show at least. It's this pirate droid that has this quirky loyalty, and I like the humor that he brings, especially with the rest of the child cast. I feel like this feels more Star Warsy than the rest of the show, which I really liked. And as I said before, it's kind of a mixture of Pirates of the Caribbean and who doesn't love pirates? I'm a huge fan of pirates, just in general, not just Pirates of the Caribbean. So getting a pirate Jedi is pretty cool. Given see him for like a couple of minutes. But still, the concept of a pirate Jedi, I totally dig. I like that a lot. And then, kind of in typical Star Wars fashion, I feel like they very rarely mess up the CGI. And the CGI in this show is still fantastic, as it has been, again, for most Star Wars projects. Other than that, I feel like there wasn't too many things that were a big thumbs up for me.
Yeah, no, I agree. I like the droid. I thought he was a lot of fun. I like seeing Jude Law. I didn't know if we were going to see him. I didn't know anything about this other than I just told Griff a week ago. I was like, this is based in the New Republic era. Like,
Yeah.
right in the Mandalorian time. I remember watching the very first trailer with Griff. I was like, damn, that looks like Earth. I remember saying that vividly. The
It's
sense
never.
of Star Wars that I got from the show today is the opening sequence. We get a little monologue, and then as Griff said, we get the droid. Other than that, I felt like I was in the 80s watching either whether it be E.T., The Goonies, or The Explorers. I even got a very never-ending story vibe at the very beginning,
Mm-hmm.
and it's not a bad thing. I just we were texting each other as we were watching the first episode, and it's one of the few times that we ever do that because we're like in the zone, uh, doing what we do. But here it was just there's so many callbacks, there's so many funny moments where I was like, wait a minute, these dudes are at school, man. There's one point where some kid doesn't make it to school, and then he gets in trouble for it. I was like, oh yeah, your ass is in Earth if you get in trouble for skipping school. There's no, they live in a cul-de-sac. I mean, they still have shingles on the roof. I was like, it's got
They
to
have
be Earth.
freeways.
It's an Earth. It's Earth in anything but name. I even got Seattle Tower at one point. I told Griff, I was like, "Are they in fucking Seattle?" He's like, "Well, I mean, it's not raining." I was like, it was weird, but it was also because I've always wondered what the hell happened to Earth. I guess, and again, it's not been confirmed yet, but it looks like Earth to me. I mean, they have freeways, they have traffic, their cars don't really fly.
It
I
really
think I saw
does.
a mailbox at one point. I know I saw a lamppost at one point. I know that for damn sure. Griff and I are almost certain we saw a damn poodle.
We
Um,
did definitely see a poodle.
so they're on Earth, and then also the fact that when they get to this spaceport and they mention where they're from, everyone's like, "That's make believe," or "You're that's a legend. You guys are talking nonsense." And someone
Yeah.
says, "Oh, there's treasure. There's a bunch of treasure there," and I'm like, "Yeah, there's a bunch of treasure in Earth." Um,
I mean, kind of feel like the parallel is like what we think like the city of El Dorado is. Like the city
yeah,
of gold, that's what this planet is to everyone else.
one of the kids, and I told Griff, and we both laughed. The main kid, the one with the
Whim.
curly hair, I just
Yeah.
whim, yeah, I just kept telling Griff. I think we were like 25 minutes into the first episode. I was like, dude, this kid sucks at being alive.
No,
Like
that was
everything
dude,
he
that was
does,
10 minutes. I think that was
I was
10
like,
minutes.
everything this kid does is bad. Like he's that one friend that he does shit on a whim, and then like when he presses the button, he's literally told, "Don't press the button," and he goes and presses the damn button, and then we end up in hyperspace somewhere, God knows where.
leave it in the comments below if, when he pushed that button, you just wanted to smack him up on the back of the head because one goddamn job. Everything he's done has been wrong to this point. And he sees a big shiny button and pushes it.
And he almost pushed that goddamn button again.
He would
The
have.
self-destruct button.
He would have.
Had he not got yelled at, he would have pushed it. He was like, I wasn't gonna push you, dude. You were totally gonna push that button.
And then he also was gonna walk into a whorehouse.
Yeah, I don't
Whim
blame him though.
is this child is
He wanted to see some titties, some space titties.
dude. He's not making it out of this show.
Uh
I
he's
knew
gonna turn into
I
a
know he's
Jedi.
going to, but God,
I
the
haven't seen a
first
Jedi with a
five
bunch of
minutes.
kids in a long time. So
Yeah, I am looking forward to
Jude
that.
Law is
I'm looking forward to Jude
confirmed
Law.
to have escaped Order 66.
Yeah, and I
He's
think that'll
been
be really
out
good.
like hiding in Outer Rim parts for I don't know what the last 40 years.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. But in the first 3 minutes, this also furthers our Earth theory. You see Wim playing with Jedi and Sith action figures, which is in this universe the equivalent of playing with like your
Batman or
local
Superman.
priest. No, like just like your local priest. I mean,
Oh yeah,
because they're just like
that's
just a religious order with a bunch of just a random assortment of people, and they just pick this one guy. You just play with an action figure from a random piece from
yeah,
your
yeah, yeah.
priest from your
I
church.
get
It's so weird.
yeah, I totally get that analogy now.
It's
Yeah, you're right.
so
Yeah, yeah, like playing with like Pulpo Cardinal figures. Yeah.
yeah. It just
And it
whoever started to
proves
market that's insane.
it just proves something that I even before the prequels came out, I would hear Yoda talk to Luke. I'd always be like, Yoda does tell Luke, the last of the Jedi you will be. And I always was
Yeah,
like, because I had read the trilogy novels, if you will. And if for anyone who's read the trilogy novels, the original ones, because I'm sure now they've been, uh, meddled with a bit. But I remember having A New Hope, and I remember the A New Hope opens up with a big ass monologue about how like, the Jedi Purged has, yeah, it's been several years, and
yeah,
it goes into detail about how they were thousands and thousands of Jedi. So when Yoda says that to Luke, I was just like, but did they really though? I mean, did they get all of them? Because that's a lot, dude.
yeah.
And then clearly, as Star Wars has grown now into TV and all these movies, we know that Luke's not the last of the Jedi. I mean, we have Ahsoka, we have um
With Jude
shit.
Law, we have Ray. We
Well,
have
yeah, but like,
grown as we will. We
but
sadly
from
still
the
do have Ray.
no, I mean like, but from the prequels, like from those that
Oh,
survived
okay,
the
okay, okay.
Jedi Purge.
We
Yeah,
have Cal Kestis, we have Kaden Jarrus.
there you go. And we also,
Honestly,
well, I mean, if we're
we're gonna
including
get
Ray, we
more.
also have what's his name?
Kylo?
No, 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 fuck Kylo. Uh, what's his name, man? Ezra. We have Ezra and we
We
have
do have Ezra.
Sabine,
Yeah.
who's almost
Sabine's
Jedi.
getting there.
Yeah. So,
There's never gonna be a Last Jedi.
and
Even in the
and and,
movie called The Last Jedi, there's not gonna be a Last Jedi.
and I like that because how because you'd wonder like we all saw the Obi-Wan Kenobi series. Obi-Wan
Yeah.
for a while there was like I just got to lay low because I'm gonna get whacked. So Jude Law's probably one of those very smart Jedi that was like I'm gonna go somewhere really far the hell away and just
He
lay
became
low.
a pirate. He didn't lay
I'm not
low for
helping.
shit. He was a
I'm not
pirate.
helping anyone. Yeah, but what I mean is like he's not out there like
Yeah, okay,
we all
yeah.
saw the Obi-Wan Kenobi
Yeah, he's
series.
not
Remember
doing
that
the
remember that
yeah.
one dude that was like Obi-Wan, we have to help. No, bro. Just keep your head down, mind your business. Become a fucking farmer or something.
Yeah, it's also in this show where you have this crew that's been pirateering for a very long time, assumably so. And you have this very narrow one-way entrance, the only way you can board the enemy ship. Why are there no defenses against laser fire or anything? Because they just 10 people just die right out the bat due to just stupidity because they don't have any protections or metal or shielding to at least get a lay of the land before they rush onto the ship. I don't get why they didn't do that or take out the turrets on the ship before boarding, especially since that's such a big issue.
These kids are going to be Jedis, at least two of them.
These characters suck. So far, they're just so
But
I
maybe
don't
they're meant
care.
to suck, so they grow on us. Because
I hope.
and
I hope.
almost every time we talk about Star Wars, I've said this probably 1,000 times. I fucking hated Ahsoka. Like,
True.
I remember watching that first, and it was a theatrical release, that first Clone Wars
Yeah.
movie, which was essentially five fucking Clone Wars episodes
Mhm.
just jammed into one. And I was like, what the Anakin didn't. I was one of those guys that was like, Anakin never had a Padawan. This fucking kid sucks. And by season three, she had completely grown on me.
Dude,
But
I
it did
so
take
hope
her
you're
those three
right.
seasons, though.
But I mean, I
It
was
did take
laughing
her three seasons.
this entire two
Oh yeah,
episodes.
no. So
It
so was
wasn't
I.
in a good way. I hope it grows on us. I hope these kids and characters grow on us. But I mean,
I so too.
hey, I mean, my bar was low from the beginning. I did not think the show looked good, and coming after the Acolyte, my bar is low. So hey, next week it releases on Tuesday, but we'll see.
Which is
They're like
odd for them to
25
switch
minute episodes.
the
Well, I
date, but
mean, yeah, I don't know why they moved this up one day. I don't get why they did that. That we could have waited till tomorrow. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you're a fan of this and you're a fan of Star Wars, or you just want some good entertainment, go check out our review of The Acolyte. That was the most recent Star Wars project besides this, and hopefully this is better than Acolyte.
I hope so. Take care, guys.